Good afternoon and welcome to GrainTV for the Black Friday edition weekly wrap-up. To my left is Logan Burgess, and I'm Brock Shimbino. Today, Logan, is usually the day when businesses turn their balance sheets from red to black, but we haven't seen that really take over in the grains for the last couple weeks. We've been red across the board. We've seen December corn contract this week trade lower by 25 cents. We've seen January beans down by over 60, and we've seen Chicago and Kansas City wheat both trading off by 20 cents this week. A lot of this has to be contributed to by what is going on in Europe right now. We've seen headlines come out of Germany that is pretty discouraging for the markets right now.
Yeah, like you were saying, we saw really quite big news come out of Germany in the last several days here. For the first time, the Germans are having a hard time moving or selling at market their government debt. As a result, they're going to have to be cranking up the yields on that debt to entice people to take that risk. And this is this is something that we haven't seen enter the German market yet. We've seen it in Greece, we've seen it in Italy, but Germany was really regarded as a safe haven in Europe with regards to government debt. And over the last several weeks, we've really seen the dollar index climb as a result of the problems in Europe, and I think it's going to continue. Well, let's take a look quick at the dollar index provided through the FireTip platform. And as you can see, just in the last several weeks, we were down at 75, but right now we're approaching 80. What's kind of your take on that, Brock?
Yeah, I think this 80 level was our high about 6 weeks ago or so, early October. I think this is going to provide some resistance as we're moving higher on the dollar index, but I think the fundamentals are in place to push us higher. Not a lot of good news coming out of Europe right now, not a whole lot of debt issues being resolved. So I think, as we know, the Euro is a major contributing factor to the dollar index. Big part of that, I think we're going to be pushing it higher right now, probably up into the 82 range, I would guess.
Yeah. I mean, as of late, as a result of a strong dollar, we've really seen export sales lag here in the United States. And one of the only ways to kind of overcome this hurdle of a strong dollar is to see some of the value get taken out of our commodities here. I mean, specifically the grains. Take a look here at a December corn chart. You can see that we've really traded down from $6.50 now below $6 quite persistently here over the last couple weeks. We were watching that $6 level as a big level that may provide some resistance, but we traded down through it. One thing to take away from this is that this recent move has lacked a little bit of it's lacked conviction. Over the last week, we had a short week. There wasn't a lot of volume in the market. There weren't a lot of people scream and sell in this market right now. It'll be kind of interesting to see where we go from here. Are we due for a little bit of a snapback after this downward move? We've come a ways here.
Yeah, I believe that we are getting to the point where the table is set. We probably can have a little bit of a rebound here in prices. We did blow through that $6 support level. We're now sitting at the 585 area, which is basically the neckline for this head and shoulders formation in the December contract. I think that's going to provide some support. And a couple things to remember on the volume side is that we have December contracts coming up on first notice next Wednesday, and we're also heading towards the end of the year. So I think we're going to see some position evening, some profit taking here for about the next month or so. I'm hoping it's going to push the markets a little bit higher.
Yeah. Well, I guess on the fundamental side, we see that there could come some buying into this market. One of the kind of powerful things about the FireTip platform is the technical indicators that it offers traders. So let's just for a quick moment here, let's take a look at our RSI indicator. You can see here at the top, we're looking at volume. On the bottom is the RSI for December corn. The RSI basically measures the speed and the magnitude of recent price changes. And as you can see, when we've traded down from 650 here, it's quite substantially lowered the RSI. Technical traders watch this 30 level as basically a point where the market has become oversold, indicating that we may be primed to go a little bit higher. One thing to keep in mind, though, this is just a technical indicator. It is just one piece of the puzzle. And the last time we saw December corn reach 30 on the RSI was September 22nd when corn was trading at 650. We didn't find a bottom to this market until October 4th around 587. So this should be taken with a grain of salt, I guess. But it's something that can give producers an idea is if we're due for a little bit of a correction.
I think we are. Last time when we hit that 587 area, the next 3 weeks afterwards, we saw export pick up substantially in those following 3 weeks. So, looking at it from a producer standpoint, what are you doing in this market right now, Logan?
Well, I think that right now the market consensus is that long term we are going to be going lower. But there is some evidence to support the notion that we are going to see a little bit of a rebound, maybe up to 620. I think if I'm a producer right now, I'm going to be selling into these rallies, and we've been talking about it for a while here. We do have a strong cash market in the spot market for corn right now. So I'm going to be taking advantage of strength out of the cash market.
You know, if I'm a producer, I'm going to be looking at taking advantage of what you're saying, the cash market right now. Our basis levels have been incredibly high over the last few weeks, and they continue to climb. We saw the Gulf basis for soybeans jump about 15 cents this week alone. So, you know, I'm looking at that as a producer. I got to be taking advantage of these basis levels, either by doing a basis contract or selling in the cash market. But for me personally, I'm a little bit more of a gambler right now. I think this market's poised for a pop. I'm going to take a basis contract and wait for those futures to ride. Let them float right now.
Okay. Well, if you want to talk markets with a broker here at Grain Hedge, give us a call. Or if you want help executing your own marketing strategy, give us a call as well. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you right back here next Tuesday.
Have a good weekend.